Cosmic Brian, you nuts! Welcome to the Starship Cosmonaut. You have made it. You have been transported to another dimension, another time. Whatever. But hey, welcome aboard, man. I got kind of a cool video today. I've done this kind of video before where I kind of do like a tribute to another channel by showing a lot of the kind of content that channel shows. And it's a channel that I discovered through another through a guy who comments in my section, my comment section on my videos. He gave me the heads up on this channel, and I was like, dude, I gotta check this out. And sure enough, man, the channel is the Prog Corner, and the dude over there is Scott, man. And if you think Cosmic Brian's got a tinge bit of energy and animation, you check Scott out, man. He's fantastic, and he knows his shit as far as progressive rock, and any classic rock or whatever. Yeah, he's in it to win it, man. And super impressed, man. Love his channel. So yeah, go check out the Prog Corner, Scott. And I'll put a link below in the description so you guys can jet over there and check it out. And so yeah, I'm gonna do this tribute video. I'm gonna show some of my prog albums that are what I consider prog. I mean, it's kind of prog is such a wide genre, I mean, to define. And Scott, I appreciate you helping us out with that through your videos, man. So hey, what we're listening to here actually is kind of a little bit prog. When I've showed it several times. It's SPINY NORMEN on the Riding Easy label. So, why don't we do a big chug toast to our friend Scott over at Prog Corner. We'll get this bad boy going, man. All right, here we go. All right, I don't know what that was about. Uh-oh, my cup runneth over. All right, let's quick cheers to VC cheers to Scott over at the Prog Corner. Check it out his channel.
Oh yes, my good friend, of course.
Oh God, that's cold. Woo-hoo. Gotta have a cold brew on a hot day. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo. Woo-hoo-hoo. It's hot down here in the old loo. All right, let's get started. Stop goofing off, you dick. All right, first album here is this Atomic Rooster, a band I've been really getting into over about the last year and a half. This is called Made in England. It was originally released on the Elektra label. It had like a denim cover, I think, like a denim jeans cover kind of thing. So this is a later release here, and check out that cover. It's freaking great. It's like this metallic rooster, like probably a giant. It's wading through the city, destroying everything in its path. There's like airplanes flying around shooting at that scrotum looking thing hanging from its chin there. But yeah, what a great album cover. Love the color scheme. And then of course you've got the newly revamped Atomic Rooster on the back there. This is like funky prog, hard rock with like a newer sound. So the only remaining like original member is Vincent Crane, right? And it's an all-new lineup. So by now, John Ducan, the guitar player, and Paul Hammond, the bassist, they've moved on, started doing their own stuff. So whole new band. And then Steve Bolton is the guitar player who steps in, and he does solid work on this. Solid work. But yeah, I love this record, man. It's like pretty enjoyable record, diverse collection of songs, great stuff like Stand By Me, not the track that you're probably thinking of, Breathless, Space Cowboy, some call me the Space Cowboy, Some call me the gangster of love. What the fuck? Close Your Eyes is another great track on this. But yeah, oh, and I forgot to mention the new singer too, Chris Farlow. He's friggin' great, man. I think we lost him maybe to suicide, though. That fucking blows. But check it out. Look how badass they look. I love that back cover. So yeah, I enjoyed all of this, man. Side 2 especially. And I'm going to give this a rating so that you guys kind of know where I'm coming from. I'll start doing that again. I'm going to get, out of 5 peace signs, I'm going to give this 3.5 peace signs. Good stuff. And then moving right along, this is a band that you guys know that I dig here in the Cosmic Vinyl. And that's Can. Friggin' A, Can. This is called Monster Movie, released in '69 on Liberty Records. Of course, this is a reissue. Yeah, you know, most people would probably call this krautrock. They are a German rock band, but definitely some leanings towards progressive rock here too. I mean, here you got 5 young guys, you know, they were into that like free jazz scene, and you know, they studied under various artistic instruction, and but when they, you know, it's time to put a group together and you know, do their own thing, they wanted to create something different, something out of the box, you know, something different than like the you know, the psychedelic stuff of the American psychedelic stuff of the era, or anything, you know, pop wise or anything. So what they did is they put themselves inside this art studio, and they hammered up the you know, the egg crates on the wall, as we do, you know, to break the sound, so like the cops don't come banging on your door when you're rehearsing or whatever. But yeah, and then they friggin' went to work, man, to create this friggin' rock star album. This is so great. As you can see, the cover there, that's Galactus from Marvel Comics. The eater of planets. He lives by eating. His power comes from devouring planets. Why would I know that? I'm such a nerd. But they actually removed the face, did a little different coloration here. This is so great. It's like, I can't tell if this is like the most intelligent and cerebral like sound of the era, or if this is just 5 guys losing their shit, like their marbles and stuff, man. Because this is friggin' awesome. This is the kind of stuff that will cause you to, you know, maybe partake in a little hippie salad, dance around with your headphones on in your kitchen in your underwear to a song called Do Right, You Do Right, Do Right, You Do Right. I can only speak from experience, because that guy was me that did that. So, oh man, it sounds great when you are baked, my friends. I'm not lying. But yeah, one guy in this group did lose his shit, by the way, on stage, and that's Malcolm Mooney, the singer, man. Oh, I'm out of here, I can't take it. I don't know how it went down, but and I'm gonna give that sucker 4 peace signs out of 5. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5's dentists say that's a fucking great album. Alright, moving right along. Now, when I first got back into vinyl collecting, this is one of the first albums I picked up. Picked it up locally at my thrift/antique store in Fort Dodge, Iowa. And that's friggin' Armageddon, man. Get a load of that cover. Released in 1975 on A&M Records. This is kind of a super group of sorts. There's members of Captain Beyond and members of Steamhammer. I don't know, whatever. But and of course members of Renaissance as well, including a guy you may know from the Yardbirds, Keith Relf. Keith Relf, yes. Yeah, and he was also in Renaissance later on. But check them out, man. It's like they're in this like war-torn zone, like World War I or II or something. And then the band is all there like soldiers. And then on the back, they've turned into stone monuments. It's freaking crazy. This is their one and only release on A&M, and I tell you what, it is freaking great. I love this, man. Around this same time, Peter Frampton, also signed to A&M Records, came out with this friggin' giant album here. Frampton Comes Alive. You've all heard of this. This is one of the best-selling albums of all time, right? Frampton actually went to the A&M guys and said, hey, you know, you got to sign these guys, man. You got to sign Armageddon, man. I mean, and they did. So, I mean, Peter Frampton had a lot of pull at this time. I mean, and you can say what you want. That guy friggin' kicks ass. He was in Humble Pie. And, you know, he did his own shit. Of course, he kind of, you could say he sold out or whatever. You can say he has a small penis or whatever. But Peter Frampton is friggin' rock star. I don't give a shit what anybody says. But anyway, this is just a great combination of hard rock, prog rock, stoner rock. You can, early stoner. I mean, from the first time I set the needle down and heard the opening notes of Buzzard, man, I was blown away, man. Oh, also, rest in peace, Keith Ralph, electrocuted in his own basement playing guitar. Holy shit, right? But yeah, I'm gonna give that one also 4 peace signs, baby. 4 peace signs. All right, gotta keep this shit moving. We're losing daylight. All right, next one is one that I believe I seen Scott show in his video, and it's a band that I'm quite fond of. Definitely a progressive rock band, and that's NEKTAR, another German-based English progressive rock band. This is their second album. It was released in 1972, originally on the Germany on the Bellephone label. I think this is my later reissue on Passport Records, it is. But check that cover out, man. That's a mind blower. This is a tab in the ocean. Look at that, so great, man. Love this album. Picked this up in Denver, Colorado, man. It's so weird, man. As I was picking this up and like Captain Beyond and some Automatic Man, I got all these tremors, man, at the store. I got sick, man. I got septic, got this infection, and had to try and make my way all the way back to my hotel, which I'm in the city, you know, at this Dead Wax Records. And so I have to try and stumble and stagger through the streets of Denver to get on a bus that took me back to the airport, to get on a shuttle, I think there was a train involved too somewhere. And I got back to my hotel. I couldn't even function, man. I was like, I couldn't dial a phone. I kept sending these whacked out messages to my family. They thought I was dying, man. And if it wasn't for my daughter and her friends coming and saving me, I would have been toast. But yeah, you know, I like heavy prog and prog psych stuff. But I can, you know, sink my teeth into stuff like this too, man. I feel like this is like pre or proto-symphonic like metal, like power metal. You know those power metal bands, they have kind of a progressiveness to their sound as well. And I feel like, you know, maybe they got their chops from listening to stuff like this. Iron Maiden covers a song on this called Twilight, and then they mix in a little Crying in the Dark, another track, to form this kind of medley vibe, right? And the Iron Maiden released it as a B-side to the A-side, which was Aces High. You guys remember Aces High, right? Run, live to fly, fly to live, do or die, won't you? Oh, Jesus, what is wrong with me? Holy shit. I give this about a 3.5. 3.5 peace signs, people. All right, I gotta keep moving. Got a couple more to show here. This next one is just a freaking fantastic album, man. This blew me away when I found it, fairly cheap. Eloy, Inside, man. This was released in '73 on Harvest. This is a '74 reissue. Fuck, I don't even remember. I think it's Chess, maybe, or Janus Records. But yeah, check that. That's another great cover. One thing about those progressive bands, they always had great covers. But check the band out on the gatefold. Those guys look just badass, right? Hard rockin', progressive rock out of Germany. Again, probably linked to krautrock. Second release, swirling Hammond organ, solid striking bass, guitar, vocals, nice interplay, and all the musicianship there. Spacey, psychedelic at times, heavy, melodic, with these mysterious sci-fi type vocals or lyrics. It's just crazy. You could kind of compare it to maybe like metal or Echoes era Pink Floyd, maybe. But yeah, the one side is called, it's just one tune, it's called Land of No Body on side 1. It's so good. And then Future City on side 2 and Inside, freaking great, man. So good. I'm gonna give that 4. I'm talking 4 peace signs, baby. Now I'm moving on to, I think what could be potentially my last one here. Maybe 2 more. And this is the aforementioned GRAAF generator. Now I'm not going to pretend to know a lot about GRAAF because I don't. But this album is called Pawn Hearts, and I'll show you the full outer sleeve there. Released in '71 on Charisma Records, right? I think this, I had read that this was, or the guy that sold it to me said this is like an 80s reissue, but I couldn't find anywhere where they released a reissue in the 80s, so I don't know. But yeah, there's a great track on here called Plague of the Lighthouse Keepers. So killer. Now this one's a little bit more complex arrangements than the other progressive stuff I've shown so far. But yeah, to be honest, like I said, I know very little about this band. Other than the fact that I've read that people think that this is like part of the peak of their artistry right here. You know, you got themes of alienation and despair. That Lighthouse Keeper song I was talking about, it's about this guy who is the keeper of this lighthouse on this island, and he's fully depressed and down because all these ships keep crashing on the rocks outside the island. And what will he do? Will he friggin' take his own life in despair? Will he keep soldiering on to try and save these ships? You'll have to listen to tune in yourself. God, what is this? What kind of a friggin' thing? I'm definitely not a movie like one of those things on the commercial where you tell us the whole thing about the movie, the trailer guy. But I love this in its entirety, man. This is so good. I'm gonna give this about a 3.5 on the old peace sign scale. I want to show you the inner sleeve there. Those guys are not Heiling Hitler there. Apparently they had this game when they were recording and on tour. They had included a table and a ball. I don't understand the rules of it or whatever, but yeah, great stuff. Some of this is like Jethro Tull without the flute. There's some Pink Floyd stuff in there. Very, very cool. Now this last one that I'm going to show is kind of a sentimental one for me, man. It really does have a sentimental value. And it's called Home by PROCOL HAREM. This one is not going to make any top of the your favorite PROCOL HAREM lists or best PROCOL HAREM or whatever. But to me, I love this record, man. This was released in '70 on Polydor Records. It's their 4th album. It's by this progressive hard rock band. They kind of have a blues foundation as well, but here's how I came across this album. One of the best things that happened to me when I was in high school, besides meeting my first real girlfriend. You're probably like, what? Real girlfriend? What was he with before? Rubber doll? But anyway, I met this dude. His name was Joel Johnson. He was a grade ahead of me. We became pretty good friends, man. And he turned me on to so many great artists and bands. He showed me that there was bands with deeper agendas than like REO Speedwagon and Journey and April Wine. Those are good bands, but there was just something more. And one of those bands he turned me on to was PROCOL HAREM. And one day we went to the local record, it was Musicland at the mall. We were digging through the cassettes, the bargain cassettes, and we found this. I mean, look at the album cover, first of all. I mean, that's probably why we were drawn to it. It's like a Snakes and Ladders kind of set up there with the band on top of these weird animated heads. But and there's the real band inside there. But yeah, this is like, this album is almost a concept album about death. And as soon as I heard the opening notes of Whiskey Train and heard, Robin Trower play, I was just blown away. And then Dead Man's Dream, probably one of the most trippy songs I heard when I was that age, man. It blew me away. Gary Brooker's vocals on this are just fantastic. I love this record so much, man. And he just has a soulful delivery. Yeah, it's PROCOL HAREM Home. Now, because I am partial to this, I am giving it 4 peace signs. So anyway, I want you guys to go check out Scott's channel, The Prog Corner. You will not be sorry. He's fantastic. And Scott, if you're watching this, man, big props to you, brother, man. I've been enjoying and deep diving your videos, and I've seen some great stuff. Hopefully I'll be able to show some stuff you might be interested in as well. Cheers to Scott here and to the vinyl community for tuning into Cosmic Vinyl. If you like what you see here, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and definitely hit the thumbs up. We're spreading the gospel of rock and roll to all galaxies and beyond. Stay cool, you guys, and above all, stay cosmic. Peace out.